How's it going, guys? Bring Up Platoon here, and welcome back to two great games in World of Tanks, Console Edition post-update 6.0. Today I'm going to be having myself drive the Grille 15, and we're going to have some good results. But first, here we go into the stats of the vehicle. 279 base pen for your AP rounds, and 334 premium pen for your heat rounds, dealing 750 damage on average per penetration for those two rounds. And then you have high explosive rounds, which all in all are actually worth firing because they have 75 millimeters of penetration, as well as 950 damage on average per penetration. So very good for taking out light tanks early on in the game, as well as dealing with your own vehicle and just all around no armor vehicles in general. Dispersion at 100 meters is 0.27 for the gun. Fantastic values. They can probably go down all the way to 0.18 or something around there on console now with all the perks and skills that we get to increase our accuracy. 1.5 aim time, also bonkers great. Wouldn't recommend firing on the move with this thing though, because it will not hit a damn thing. Guaranteed. 60 kilometers an hour top speed, 15 kilometers an hour reverse speed, 1800 health. Gun depression is only 7 degrees, gun elevation is only 15 degrees, and your view range is 390. This thing also has really bad concealment rating because of its size and how fucking tall it is, but at least it's got more mobility over the Waffle E-100. And also your turret is harder to hit compared to that fucking behemoth of a turret. You also have 15% fire chance, and this thing can be penned with high explosive anywhere, except for maybe, like, no, it can be penned anywhere. Unless you hit it in the tracks, you're going to pen this thing with high explosive all day, every day. It doesn't matter if you're impossibly 3 tiers lower than the vehicle. You can pen this thing with high explosive, no problems. Very funny, that. But, moving on, this thing is very temperamental beast because while it does have a turret, it doesn't have a full rotation of it. The best you can do is 50 degrees to the left and 50 degrees to the right. This can lead to some awkward engagements when people get close enough to you, and with your traverse being as shit as it is, not the turret traverse, that's fine, your track traverse is very, very bad indeed. 24 degrees a second on hard traverse, and 22 degrees a second on medium traverse, and then worst of all, soft traverse, you're only going to be going around 13 degrees a second. Like in the swamp on Lakeville, not Lakeville, Live Oaks. It's pretty fucking bad. So you're always going to want to be against a wall or some sort of the out of bounds for the map, just to make sure that nobody can get like behind you directly, and you can actually have another shot into them if they try to encircle you. It's very frustrating, because as soon as a light tank YOLOs you, it's pretty much over if you have no support. So, rule of thumb while playing this tank, always go with support. Never be the one spotting for your team. If you are, you're probably going to get YOLO'd and killed before you have a chance to do decent damage. What do you need to 3-mark this vehicle? Out of curiosity for yourselves, let's find out. Tier 10, I'm on wattconsole.ru/marks to view this information, and this is just a guesstimate. You may need slightly more damage, you may need slightly less damage. 4100 damage as of right now on the 11th of April 2021. So for console, naturally, I would imagine PCs to be at least 1 pen higher on average, but that's just me. That's my opinion. What it is on PC, I have no fucking idea, but it's irrelevant, so let's move on to the actual gameplay now. So what's happening right now? The enemy team is trying to cap our base. I know, with everything that I have on this thing to increase its concealment, I have on advanced concealment, I've got, what is it? Fucking camouflage expertise, silent driving, and muzzled shot, I believe. Do I put a free shot into this E5? Oh my god, I fucking nail him. Nice. I'm still full health. As soon as I got detected, I backed down the hill because I knew that people would be targeting me instantly, because they are trying to cap the base, and I probably should have used the This is me blanking right now. I'm like, oh, that's the out-of-bounds area of the map. Cool beans. So, look at the traverse of this thing. It can barely fucking turn around. It can't do anything on a dime. It does have decent speed, though. But, like, I get spotted. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a free shot into that guy because he's trying to cap the base like an idiot. The only criticism I have for this vehicle, it has no armor. Not a criticism. Doesn't need it. Doesn't need any armor. That's fine. Its traverse needs a little helping hand would be great. I'm going to charge this guy because our light tank is doing the same thing, and I can't trust the light tank to do anything productive on his own. So I'm going to finish off this light tank on the enemy side, just barely hitting him. Because once again, you're going to want to stop for pretty much all your shots to make sure your aiming reticle goes as low as it possibly can. Otherwise, you're going to miss a target and be like, this tank sucks. And no, it's not the tank that sucks. It aims in like a second and a half. Maybe a little slower if you're like fully accelerating to the tippy top of your speed. But no, the tank's great. It's accurate as shit. It doesn't excel in, you know, soloing anybody. But my god, that gun is phenomenal. It's like a Studsvan 103B on the Swedish line having an alpha gun. That's how accurate the son of a bitch is. I could probably hatch pick an E5 from 500 meters away. No problem. If he was, you know, standing still. Which, to be honest, doesn't usually happen. But you get what I'm saying. I try to put a free shot into that shit barn. He goes behind a building, or my shell just deviates a little bit to the left because RNG happens. And yeah, that's very unfortunate that didn't go in. But we're going to do our damnedest to support our remaining allies. And we're going to do some work here. Arguably enough, I think I'm the reason we win this game. Just because of the ending results. But we'll see that when we get to it. I'm not very happy with the way it turns out. But again, we'll see that when we get to it. So I'm just waiting for these idiots to make a mistake in crossing through the town. They're just giving me their sides over and over again. And I keep penning them because they're not paying attention. And you're going to feel this one, buddy. Ooh. No, you won't because you're fucking dead. You won't feel anything anymore. But look at them. They're just slowly going along. Type 5 heavies are scary only because they could have the big alpha high explosive gun on, and there goes 3/4 of your health in one shot. Pretty funny. Not really. When you get hit by it and it pens you, yeah. No bueno there. But that's why you load heat and pen them every time, anywhere in the front. Hilarious. But I'm expecting them to YOLO our light tank, and it doesn't happen nearly as soon as I anticipate. Or really at all. There we go. Really, Justin? That's the shot you take? Now that light tank might die, because you fucking missed. But no, our arty kills the shit barn, which is awesome, because that gun is very scary. But now that he's out of the game, I'm feeling a little bit more at ease. And now I can just farm this Type 5 heavy out in the open because I have much, much better concealment than he does. And I have also a much, much more accurate gun than he does. The only bad part about this is that goddamn medium. Or is that the heavy tank right there? So I think I'm behind a bush. I fire, and it somehow bounces off. Because fuck me, right? Thanks, game. Miraculously, though, I don't get damaged by the Type 5 here. He's very slow to react, and I'm just going to put one... Oh, nice. Good hit. I lied. I do get damaged by him. Well done to that Type 5 for firing there. I could have moved and avoided that shell, but I didn't think he was smart enough to fire his gun blind. So, that was my fault. I got punished. I deserved that. That's fine. What's our light tank doing? Oh, our light tank's dead. That's unfortunate. Tank Destroyer. The E4 is a shitter in this game. And yeah, I play really stupidly here. I think, okay, I can definitely outspot the Type 5 Heavy. I'm sure he's not going to keep poking out in the same spot where I just was. And if he does, as soon as I fire, I'm probably going to get dicked on by the arty. So I'm going to do a loop-de-loop around with my excellent speed and I'm just going to catch him off guard somewhere else. I should have went all the way down to the K line and spotted him from there. I should not be doing what I'm doing because I'm overconfident and I'm like, oh, my gun will be accurate enough, and I shoot a heat round and it biffs into the fucking ground because I didn't aim it all the way. Because of course it would. But it's fine. I got punished. We won the game regardless. And here's the stats for that game. I know it's a little weird seeing them the way that they popped up there, but yeah, I just kind of exited the game, so that's why I had to show the stats like I did there. Moving on. Now we're going to be on Mountain Pass. This is probably one of my most favorite maps in the current rotation, which is shit, but I'm sure I don't need to remind you guys of that at all, because we're all in the same boat, and we're all fucking dealing with it. But why is it my favorite map? Because this map has everything for any genre of tank. Or any type of tank? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Wording doesn't matter. You know what I mean. If you're a light tank, you floor it up in the middle and you spot the cross for easy arty hits and spotting damage. Or anyone just focusing over there with decent armor, whatever, what have you. You zoot around. If you're in the opposite spawn, you go as aggressive as like H4 with your support, and you can get some easy spots if people are being over aggressive in the middle on this side. So that's pretty cool. And if you're a tank destroyer with some decent concealment, well, you can abuse the fuck out of going directly out in the middle, maybe even out of a bush, like where I am now, but a little bit more in front, and then spot. So whether you be a light tank or a very high concealment tank, you can do some pretty fucking crazy things and rack up very easy damage early on in the game. I normally don't go bridge on either spawn, just because things don't normally happen there. I usually wait till something happens in like D7, and that's when I go to the bridge, or when Artie's dead, just because every time I go bridge, I always get dicked on by Artie. I have very bad memories early on in the game. I probably could have gotten an easy shot into him if I didn't freak out there on that VK, but that's unfortunate that I didn't get that to go in. This game is going to be even better than the past one, or the first one, I should say, in damage. And I'm pretty proud of this one, although it is not my best. My best is 11,000 something combined damage. Very crazy. I will have it uploaded after this one, and it's actually the 3-marking game for this vehicle, so very proud of it. Not going to fire on this guy because I know I'll be detected. I'm trying to get this bush to go translucent. I put a free shot into him. I think I saw the VK fire. Maybe? Did I get penned? Nope. Okay, cool. So I got a shot off scot-free. They already didn't hit me, even though he very easily could have. Sometimes you just gotta roll the dice to get more damage. Or don't be stupid like I am and, you know, actually use the concealment. Oh, well, you know what? Okay. If you're lucky, it doesn't matter what you do. It'll all work out for you anyway. Like that heat shell that probably shouldn't have went in, but did anyway. So, obviously, their team is pushing up the B line. Well, up the A line, practically. So, judging by the number of tanks that we have over there versus their overwhelming forces, I'm going to say that that side's going to fall. The base is going to fall, and we're going to have to make a last-ditch effort. If I go up there at, like, the hill on C3 and just wait for people to show up, I'm going to get rushed, or I'm going to get Artied in the ass end when I try to put up a fight. So I'm going to come down here to hide from Artie and put some free shots into these guys crossing. It's very risky because I know I'll be damaged as soon as I pop out to shoot people. Or the E3 may have fired before I popped out, which is probably why he didn't shoot, or he just didn't expect me to pop up there. But yeah, I'm going to keep abusing his weak spots because he's a turretless tank destroyer. He has to poke out more of his vehicle to see me because I have a turret and he does not. But he can also overmatch me on the side. He just fired at the IS-7, I believe, so I'm going to put another free shot into him, and now the IS-7 should pop out and finish him off. But he doesn't, for some reason, because he's Well, an idiot, probably. I don't know what's going on. Is that an IS-7? Or is that a Object 705A? I have no idea. Doesn't matter. He should have finished him off regardless. But, yeah, I'm just waiting until these guys start to keep pushing, and I notice, okay, the base is falling. Clearly, I have to be the one to roll back and actually deal some hits in. I'm not afraid of losing some HP, and you shouldn't be in this thing, to do damage sometimes. Again, ideally you want to go up against things that, you know, you can't, you don't have to trade damage equally with. Like, you don't want to have to go against your same gun to deal damage. You would much rather have 400 damage dealt to you instead of 750 on average, is what I'm saying. You get it. So I'm going to go up against this E-100. We need to get him out of the game as soon as possible because he is holding us back from them base capping, which they ooh, that heat, if I didn't have a heat loaded there, that probably would have ricocheted because that's an auto bounce spot on the E-100. But I'm going to put a free shot into this E5. Yeah, I get penned. Oh no. Death Star's going to fucking nuke him, I believe. Unless he misses, which is very possible because it seems like everyone just sucks with that tank. That's a Jagdpanzer E-100. I'm going to put a free shot into him because I'm pretty sure I just heard him fire. And then my team's going to continue to roll in, and there he goes. Oh, the Waffle still the kills. Nice. So, now we are capping their base. Fantastic. And I'm just like, good game. Clearly it's going to be over, and we can all, you know, go into other tanks. And that's actually not what ends up happening. Our tank destroyer, who was just capping the base, decides to YOLO the pool of water over there, or the lake, whatever you'd call that. Pond? I don't know. So I'm gonna just go where he is, just because Artie, in my opinion, I don't think Artie would go anywhere near the J or K lines. So I'm thinking either he's on the hill in H8 where their spawn is, and the TD didn't fucking check up there, or, which is much more likely, he's probably down the 0 line. But he's not. He's where I said previously in H8. You always gotta check up there, because it's a good spot for Artie, and that's pretty much the only reason why you should check up there. They love to hide up there, because then they can aim their tank. They can put their ass end upwards, and as soon as you make your way up there, they get a free shotgun hit out of it. Anyone going towards them. But this guy has a very unorthodox spot. I don't know what he was trying to do here, but I just hit an itty-bitty little spot poking out, kills him, and that's 9,000 damage combined. 9,100 damage combined. So, very good game. Very pleased with what happened there, albeit very hectic of a game, but when you keep your head, you can take advantage of all damage-dealing situations to their fullest on your behalf, for your benefit. God damn it. English is hard. Hope you guys enjoyed those 2 games. Thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you like my stuff. Please hit the bell. Really helps me out and helps you get notified every time I upload something. So thank you, and I'll catch you next time.